Come one, come all, from the floppers to the floppers and all the rampagers. It's your boy from the West Coast Pop, bringing you another episode of the West Coast Popcast. The Infinity Champion Eric, the final boss, the only final boss in professional wrestling, the real one. Your boy Knock. We're here, man. Thank you all for joining us once again. We're all the way from the West Coast. Eric's over there on the East Coast. He's joining us once again this week. I know you all missed him last week, so definitely jump in here, hit your flops. We got a good show for you guys. But right now, Eric, play that intro. And we're back. I finally figured out how to do that, man. So we're good. Shout out to Zach working behind the scenes.
We let us know if you found Zach's hidden message, his hidden joke in there.
Oh man, I didn't know about this, so it's hidden from me as well. So let us know if you see something. Also, just some quick tidying up a little bit. If the audio, let us know how the audio's sounding. I'm trying to fix the mic, make sure it's all working good for you guys, so you can get that nice, crisp, golden voice, if you will. And then also shout out Eric. I don't know if you were here last week, but we hit 1 million total views on our YouTube channel. It is insane, man. I don't know how people are going to watch this, but to see 1 million views, man, what does that mean to you?
What does that mean to me? Doc, I the only way I can describe it is I feel completely wet right now. I feel 1 million views, man. Now that's what gets the flop daddy wet. And also, Knock, you in your intro, you made a little mistake. I think you said that I was the Infinity Champion. I appreciate that, but I'd like to be called the final boss as well now.
What?
Since everybody is grabbing this name, I don't want to be left out. So thank you from the final boss, Eric, for 1 million views.
Oh my goodness, it's absurd how people are stealing my shit, man. I'm okay. I'm gonna edit stamps, the videos. I said it first in the world of professional wrestling. I was saying it first about it before anybody, and now here we go.
But I just want to say, the static is happening. I love that the static blocks out everything you said, but the cuss word.
Oh my gosh! I was the first person in the world of professional wrestling. Check the timestamps. I'm about to repeat myself again. The final boss, the real final boss of professional wrestling is here. Not Dwayne, not Samoan Joe. All these Samoans stealing my shit.
This All Power, what's up? Phantom X, what's up? Props to Knock for doing double duty back to back. Sub Zach out, brought me in.
You know, it's funny because Zach is supposed to be off for Wednesdays, but you know, we were short on time. Got the X-Men review out there. He'll be back on the main podcast in a few weeks. Don't get us wrong there. And of course, Made is coming up in a few weekends as well. A lot of big plans there.
That's right. If anything, we're just, we're pulling a Steve Kerr. We're subbing out our MVP in the third and fourth quarter so we can rest up for when it really matters.
That is hilarious, man. Pulling a Steve Kerr all the way out of the play-in. But yeah, we got a big show for you guys, man. A lot to talk about. A lot of Ring of Honor, AEW, and Monday Night Raw was on fire. Possibly one of the best Raws in history in the last decade.
Actually, before we get into the wrestling talk, before I forget, so for those of y'all listening, and this is a surprise for Knock too, I've got 3 things to promote on this channel. 3 things throughout the episode I'm going to drop promotions for. These are ways that you can actually help the channel grow. These are ways you can help us keep growing. But I don't want to dump it all on y'all all at once. Too much water gets you dripping wet. You can't get you drenched. You can't move. So I want to make sure I spread it out. So just know, stay tuned for the rest of the show because I will be randomly dropping 3 ways you can help this channel grow.
And 3 ways from the guy who learned how to sell before he
Exactly.
Oh man, that should be interesting there. But keep an eye out for that. Stick with your boys. We got some good stuff for you guys. Real quick though, as we get into it, before we get to the Raw stuff, I was get a little Dynamite update. This is the card for tonight. Super Card of Honor, headlined by Athena and Hikaru Shida. Another main event for the goddess, the fallen goddess, if you will. And I wanted to put this on there because like whoever making the posters for the Ring of Honor and AEW right now, they are on fire. They're in their bag. Like that poster is fucking amazing. So you need a raise, whoever's doing that.
Absolutely. I like the old school style, like kind of boxing style of AEWs, and that ROH one looks powerful. Can't hate that.
I love it, man. I love it. And then of course, Ring of Honor's been killing it. A lot of good stuff on there. AEW is on right now. We're waiting for Konosuke Takeshita versus Swerve Strickland. We had Ospreay who got the victory over Shibata. He's never beaten Shibata in his career. He got his first victory over him earlier. And Young Bucks vs. Private Party is on right now. And of course, the women's fatal four-way match to see who's going to become the number one contender for TBS championships coming up. So AEW is on Friday.
I know why you said 5 because I see 5 women too. So what's the story here?
I have to correct myself there. So Mercedes is just on commentary. She's not going to be in the match.
Oh, that's cheating. They can't just do that. You can't just no. That's cheating.
Just a little more, man. Maybe a 5-way match for a first match.
I mean, I'm fine with that, but don't put a poster for a 4-way match and then just have Mercedes back there with no explanation.
Oh yeah,
that's just clickbait.
They know what they're doing, man. It works all over. We're the new generation right now, man. TK out here.
That's clickbait.
So good stuff there. Again, let me know in the chat how my static is. I hopefully it's not too bad for you guys, man. I would hate for that to ruin the gold we're about to give to you. As we're saying, talk about that, Mercedes on screen right now with another new attire, another more new hair, looking like a super mega star. Noob and Co. What's up, bro? Did you see how X-Men this week? Did you check out episode 3? Let us know. AEW DYNAMITE on right now, man. How's it going? But we'll get into it before we get to Raw. We're going to get to Raw very soon. A lot of good stuff there. Matchup of the week. We're bringing it back once again. Last week we had Ricky Starks versus LA Knight, Eric. This week, the Battle of the Rays. Rey Mysterio versus Rey Fenix. How would you book it?
Man. I think they get a nice 15-minute match going. They're doing all types of moves on the ropes, back and forth. But then all of a sudden, you hear a song that we haven't heard in over a decade, actually over almost 2 decades. Chavo Guerrero in his all-American white man persona comes out and explains that this luchador shit has to end. They got to go back. They have to live the white style of life. And then they just beat his ass like he stole something. They give him that real south of the border treatment.
Oh, man. That's a booking to get you canceled. But my boy Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I think Rey Fenix would be a perfect person to retire him, pass on the torch. Maybe a match for mask match.
I never liked mask for mask matches. I don't think in America we care about them enough to really give them what they deserve. Like Mexico, they're fucking amazing because that's like the way of life.
It is, man. Lucha Libre rocking out there. Of course, we got the main man jumping into the chat. I'm Eric. I'd have.
Hey, Zach, I don't come into your streams and just and disrespect you like this. I sit there quietly and I watch with reverence. If you were talking now, that was all static. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. I will get this corrected. I promise you guys.
It's all static again. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I just love that. The timing is perfect. While he's figuring this out, Mr. All Power, I would love to see Dirty Dom interfere with that match. I thought I'd be tired of Dirty Dom interfering, but him interfering with Santos was fun. I'm still here for it. All right, Locke is still fixing his audio up. I'm going to take this time right now to introduce promotion number 1. As Zach, you might have missed it, but I said that there are 3 ways I'm going to say that people can help the channel grow. This is promotion number 1, and this is a real actual thing. If you guys go to w.gg, you will find a website that has an amazing list of energy drinks. Great listings. They've got all kinds of flavors. They've got push and punch. They've got Galaxy Grenade. They've got Beach and Peach. There's different flavors for you guys to try out. Go on that site. Actually, here is a link for you guys to check out where you can use the West Coast Popcast promo code. Are we sponsored, Mr. All Power? Yes, we actually have a code to give you guys. If you go to w.gg and you put the promo code FLOP, this is a real thing, promo code FLOP, they'll give us the credit, and you guys can check out that we actually, we're trying to move on up. I am actually getting the starter pack sent to me personally so I can try it out. They're going to send you 5 flavors. You need a bottle. They got you covered. They've got it on the site. They've got stickers. They got all kinds of cool stuff. Energy drinks. If you guys are like me, it's tough for me to get going in the morning. That's part of the reason I became a bartender. So go to w.gg. You can either check out that link I sent, or you can go there on the site and use promo code FLOP. Will you get a virus? Nah, those type of links I don't send on this stream. That's a different promotion. That's a promotion that me and Mr. All Power are all about. You know what I'm saying? We stay wet. All right, looks like Knock is still working on his audio issues. Have you heard that Tony Hawk is doing an animated series? That's awesome. That is incredibly awesome, because I don't know if you ever watched Jackie Chan Adventures, but for some reason, celebrity animated shows are always great. We should do a tier list of all the celebrity animated shows, because there's some really good ones. Jackie Chan Adventures, Class of 3000, My Dad, the Rock Star, made by Gene Simmons. What else? There's some good ones out there.
Looks like I jumped in at a perfect time because I heard Jackie Chan Adventures. How am I sounding, Eric?
You sound a lot better now.
All right. I reset everything. Hopefully we're all good now. Jackie Chan Adventures is a basic. I highly recommend it. I would definitely do that tier list as well. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. So I'm hearing we got a link to click.
That's right. We got a link to click. No viruses at all. It is w.gg. If you press that link I sent you, I believe the 10% discount is already applied. But if you go on the site, you see what you want, and you want to put the promo code at checkout, promo code FLOP. We went from a meme, a joke. We went from Triton flopping to Triton is making us money, Knock. Did you think in your wildest dreams Triton would be bringing that ching, the drip?
I never imagined this would make it past the first live stream, man. Here we are, I don't know how many years later, talking about staying wet.
So that's promotion number 1. We've got 2 more promotions to talk about later in the episode.
Nice, man. Eric, this is why Eric was the CEO. You know, he was the Infinity Champion, Mr. Namaste, for a few years. He's gone through so many different iterations of Eric over these few years on the podcast. So if you're sticking with your Justice League leader, definitely, he's leading us the right way.
And hopefully I'll when I get my starter pack, maybe I'll do a video where we do a little review on them. I'll be completely honest, because we ain't getting paid. Like, they ain't paying us the bullshit. They're paying us to get this promo code out, which we did. So when I get these flavors, we'll do an honest review.
Nice. Definitely got to do that, man. That's going to be really cool. Again, let me know how my audio is sounding. I'm definitely trying to reset that. Newbie code, man. Thank you for jumping in the chats. Let's just get right into Monday Night Raw and what happened there real quick, because it was a huge show. Eric, I know you've seen it. Your boy, you went blonde for Cody last week, but are you going to go red for the blood? Because The Rock bashed him in. He called out Mama Rhodes, and he's whooping that boy.
Disrespectful. He needs to leave Mama Rhodes out of this. This is the woman who got up on a wheelchair and fought an undercover cop at the Willie Nelson concert. How exactly you can't call out Mama Rhodes like that?
You got it on a weight belt just to add insult to injury. This Raw was the largest Raw crowd, I think, in the last 10 years. 15K, larger than the Raw After Mania crowds. Chicago, Illinois. Punk returned and went to war on the mic with McIntyre. This is crazy stuff, man. They were spitting fire at each other. I don't know if you've seen it. I
saw. It's it's funny because I'm not a Punk fan. I like what he's doing. Like, I'm iffy on what he's doing. He's going the right way, I guess. If I liked him more, I'd love it. But WWE's using him right. So I'm sure TK is hating what he's hearing. I don't know if we talked about, maybe that's why he and Jungle Boy are on the outs right now. But Um, Looking at this, CM Punk going back to WWE was the right move.
I hate to, I mean, he was going to succeed no matter where he was. He's that big of a star. But he would have made such a bigger impact in AEW. That's where it needed more. So it's a shame it didn't work out there. I'm still like, it still sucks it didn't work out there. There's so many programs for him there to work with, like FTR doing their thing. Maybe he could have been trios champions. There's so much there. So it sucks it didn't work out, but he looks happy in WWE, and we all know AJ Lee, April Mendez is gonna be there soon enough too.
Honestly, did you see that Rhea Ripley interview she just did with somebody big?
Logan?
But yes, thank you. I hate the fact that I now associate Logan as somebody big, but she talked about how AEW is great and like she's happy for Buddy, like he's doing great stuff there too. But WWE is just bigger. I think you're right. He would have been successful anywhere, but I think the size in WWE is bigger than AEW would have been. And apparently Drew McIntyre is a fucking beast, which I didn't know I needed this feud. So I don't know if you would have had Drew McIntyre in AEW.
I mean, you had MJF in there. You had a Ricky Starks. That would have been great on the mic. There was something there.
I wanted more from MJF's feud. I kind of wanted more.
We never got the payoff for that. That's what kind of sucks. And so unless MJF goes to WWE, we're never going to get that payoff.
I don't think he's going to go.
I'm iffy. One thing, so Santana, who left AEW recently, part of Proud and Powerful, he was on Chris Van Vliet's podcast, and he was talking about pretty much like he was planning on leaving before he got injured. So he stayed there, through the injury and for a few months to finish up with Ortiz. He's going through a lot of stuff. He said, I don't know how accurate it is, but he did say he knew Cody was leaving when he left, and there's going to be one more person jumping ship to WWE. So people are kind of speculating online who it might be. Some may be saying Jericho. He said he'll never leave. Some might say Mox. I don't know.
I don't think it'll be Jericho because Tony Khan would do anything for him and to him. And Moxley, I was gonna say something more, but I said, this is a family show. But and Moxley, I think Mox seems happy doing what he's doing, and I don't think, I don't know if I think it'd be somebody young. I don't think it'll be somebody going back. I know Hardy Boys have been like, people are starting to be like, oh, could they go back because WWE released like you never know who could come back at Mania, but I think they're done too.
At this point, I would say just my main guess would probably be Ricky Starks. We all kind of expect that. But yeah, for Monday Night Raw, the CM Punk stuff was amazing with Drew McIntyre. They really killed it. Him going after Pat McAfee was some cool stuff there. Drew said, what did Drew say to him? You don't do drugs or drink, but you're always at rehab. He kept dissing him more. CM Punk had some words from him as well. Like, what did he say here? Yeah, he did mention, giving the oral to April. They're getting rowdy. They're getting rowdy, man. They're getting rowdy on Raw, headed towards Netflix next year.
Enjoy it while you can, because what's it called? TKO is gonna tighten ship after The Rock leaves. They're gonna try to keep it PG again since there's a publicly traded company.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned this one, Noob, because we were actually just talking about this before we went live. I did watch the trailer. I thought it looked really good. Hopefully it plays that well. It's free to play. I like the characters. They have a lot of different variety of characters. Eric, what do you think about this since you're like the Overwatch guy of the show?
I hate to say it, but like I think it's gonna fail because they chose to do an Overwatch clone when Overwatch is arguably at its lowest popularity. Like it's at its worst. Like I play it because I'm addicted to winning, and I think I should be the fucking best in that game. But I don't have fun with it. I don't enjoy the community, and I think like they just recently canceled the what's it called, campaign story missions because they're like nobody's paying for it. It's like, well, you guys promised us this and you didn't deliver. So I think that particular clone, like the original thing is starting to die out. I think it's a bad time for it.
Yeah. Same thing with like Destiny 2. Like that one lost a lot of popularity. I know Bungie's in trouble with that. Lost a lot of money. I would only say it could do well because clearly the formula for Overwatch works. Now you're putting like the Marvel skin on it. If they support it, maybe they can bring it back. and hopefully that community be a little better than the Overwatch community right now. But that's just kind of giving the other side of it. But who knows?
I hope so. I mean, it's not impossible for a clone to like Fortnite was a clone
Exactly.
of PUBG. So
People don't even know that. I don't think nowadays. PUBG is getting a huge makeover. I heard it's getting like the Unreal Engine or something like that.
That's crazy that it's still going. I thought they were dead. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they still got it, man. Those games stick around. I know, like see one Apex Legends around there as well. Yeah, Mr. All Power, the sponsored by Manscaped Next. Keep your water. All right, buddy.
when we shit, I hate that. That's actually a good one. When we do get sponsored, Mr. All Power, you can write up the sponsorship speech for that, and I'll read it on the air. You already got it handled.
Oh man, Zach says Dad needs energy. Click the link. Click the link. Get Darby Allen for new Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. I think you hit that one already. Cole Money Man, appreciate it. Run those numbers up. Mr. All Power has some more for you. Stay wet so you don't have to get wet. And then I see this bit right here. Who wants to go Super Saiyan anymore? I want to go Super.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know how scared Frieza would be if he saw Goku walking up to him dripping wet?
I don't know. A lot of questions. Oh, man. Yeah, CM Punk did mention that. They had some little controversial stuff there going on there, mentioning that guy. I'm not going to mention that idiot. But then he also tried to get Drew McIntyre to say Vince's name. He's like, Vince is like, or Drew's like, I'm the chosen one. And it's like, oh, yeah, who called you chosen one? Who's the guy? Say his name.
Oh, no. Okay, I think at some point they're going to talk to him. Like, he's gathered too much.
So they were definitely teetered to lie. But, I mean, The Rock's been doing the whole thing, so I guess people want to say that too. So it was a good promo. Besides that stuff.
According to...
Go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead. Oh,
I was going to...
The dirt sheets, they say that, what's it called? A lot of talent are kind of pissed that The Rock gets to do all this, say whatever he wants on social media and on TV. While TTL is trying to tighten up.
I think that's like much ado about nothing. I don't think anyone's really complaining.
I agree with that. Because like if you read the way these dirt sheets like write these articles, I'm like, nobody in real life fucking talks this way.
Yeah. Like I think they take one little thing someone might have like hinted at and then like just blow it out of proportion and it's never that serious. So I kind of stopped listening to them. They all say the same shit too.
Yeah.
But with Monday Night Raw, one of the best 3 hours they've ever done. Candice LeRae, I don't know if you're keeping up with her. She's kind of teasing going heel. I think this is perfect for her. We're starting to see her bust out some of those PWG moves, and she's doing anything to win. So I'm loving the heel turn. Hopefully, Indy goes heel with her to get some more excitement there. And then Ricochet put on a great match. They're letting him wrestle again. It's like they seen Will Ospreay and AEW. It's like, all right, we got our guy. Ricochet, go out there and take the handcuffs off. Go out there and start doing your thing. He off a arm lock, the wrist lock. And then he hit the shooting star press to a standing opponent for the victory.
So I think we're gonna see Ricochet. I'm not gonna go as far as to say he'll get a championship next this new like season when WrestleMania's done. Yeah, I was about to say the new year. But I do think that he's going to be very heavily promoted because there are two people in WWE that I know everything they do without even watching TV, and it's Ricochet and Samantha Irving. They are promoting two of them a lot. Like every time Ricochet pulls a big move, every time Samantha Irving like announces his name. So Ricochet might be in for a lot of promotion coming up. Like they might really like him, like a front page guy.
I think so. I mean, he has the flash. He has the looks. Like he can go in the ring. So I don't understand why they haven't pulled the trigger on him fully. Right. He's definitely one of the top high flyers of all time, if not the guy. So hopefully we see him take on that face of the company. I mean, you want your superhero, you want your next like Mysterio type babyface. Ricochet's right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a lot to talk. Oh, and then of course, Becky the Hitman Lynch, Becky Balboa, Becky Tyson. Out here KOing Dom, and there's been so many memes of this. You know, you see the Sonic rings, you seen the "We'll Be Back" commercial cut scene.
I didn't see any of these. That's great.
You gotta see it. We should have jumped on this for the channel, but Becky hit him with one of the cleanest punches, man. Her form was on point. So if you
Yeah,
haven't seen it, definitely check it out, man. It was hilarious.
that was a good ass punch. I'll give it to her. I'll give it to the dog too. The man took a punch from the
Yeah,
man.
he took a punch, man. I hope they talked about it beforehand. Like Becky was like, "Liz, I'm just gonna knock you out. I'm just gonna hit you." So he got chin checked for sure, and it was really, really hilarious. And Becky's on a roll here because the man is going on tour. When the man comes around for the book tour, she's gonna be here in LA actually. I think at a place I know. So he's going all around the block
Oh
here,
yeah,
selling the book, signing the book, and those lines are long.
that's gonna be a long ass line. And congrats to her on being an American citizen now officially.
Yeah, I think she said her residence like that she put for her citizenship was Buffalo or something like that.
Where's is that where Seth is or I
I
forgot where Seth is.
I think Seth's from Iowa. I don't know where he is at now, but
Ooh.
I think he's a Bears fan too. So I mean, I don't know.
Oh, that poor man.
Yeah. So when he tweets out every now that he hates football, I get it.
And
Hopefully,
actually,
Caleb Williams.
sorry, I said 3 promotions, but you just reminded me. I guess we'll call it 3.5. Keep an eye on the channel because at some point, Knock and I will be doing a fantasy football series live stream.
Yeah, definitely glad you brought that up because we're looking for it, man. We're excited to do it. Next Dynamite update: the Fatal 4-Way Women's match. Willow gets the victory, so she's going after Sky Blue at AEW Dynasty, and you know who might be next up after that.
Okay,
It looks like
that's
we're running
good
back
for women.
Mercedes in almost a year since it's happened.
I think so. Fast recovery for Mercedes. I thought it would be longer than it.
I mean, they said her career might be over after that, so
Right.
yeah, definitely fast recovery. Maybe that's why they're kind of like slowly getting her, like she's getting physical in the ring, but she's not actually wrestling yet.
I, I hope she's good. I don't want to. We don't need any scares. Her and Paige both being what seems to be career-threatening injuries is scary.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't really interacted yet. I know, like, you know, they haven't. I mean, I'm sure they talked in the back, but there's none public we've seen yet.
I think Mercedes has gone back. I'm pretty sure I heard her say like they're fine. Like she's like it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess save it for when it's big because that's gonna be a big money match.
Definitely is, man. That's one of the biggest matches they can do. Mercedes versus Saraya. And eventually, hopefully, we see. I hope they don't forget about Deonna Purrazzo. She had some big matches, and we're not really seeing her on TV too much. Still getting some shine, but not too much. And then obviously, Britt Baker should be returning, hopefully, anytime soon.
Yeah. So TK's got a lot of female talent, Knock. If he fails this, you said that he's on the way back up, but if he fails with this roster, I don't know, man. Can't give any more shots.
How many shots did everyone give Vince, man? We give Tony as many shots as he wants.
Hey, you know what? That's a fair. To be fair, we stopped watching Raw after a certain point. We gave up on Vince.
And we put Zach through the ringer for those
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, we got Dustin Rhodes on camera right now. He's getting some shine here. Do you think if it was asked, should TK let him, you know, help out his brother throughout the storyline?
That's such a fucking tough one. If Cody himself asked Dustin, then yes. If Cody's like, I think this would be a great. I don't want some corporate asshole from WWE to go to TK and be like, hey, you know how we take shots at you every damn time? Well, we want this guy. It has to be like a personal thing. I think TK would understand.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really feel like Cody even wants that. I think Cody just fine doing his lone wolf style, if you will.
Oh yeah, I don't think he needs it. I think it'd be cool. It'd be a great ass pop, but I don't think he needs it.
Yeah, I think it'd be a really big pop as well. Speaking of pops, pop over to the pop of the week. And this week in particular, we have 2 nominees here. I would put it to you guys. So I put pop of the week, The Rock beating the brakes off of Eric's boy. And I like Cody too, but not like Eric. Beating the brakes off of Cody. Where's Arn Anderson when you need him? He said, you don't walk up in your house, let someone take your money and walk out. You put the Glock Anderson. And The Rock said, I don't want none of that. He took his weight belt, he hit him with the trash can like The Rock does, and he popped your boy bloody.
First of all, is that nothing to focus on? Is that a new tattoo? I did not remember The Rock having a tattoo like that.
Honestly, I don't know. It could be. While this was happening, Eric, there was the trailers in the back. They had the faces of Cena and Stone Cold, possibly foreshadowing them coming up in a tag team match to help out. I don't know. Someone on Twitter was like, "What if WrestleMania 1 and 2 were like Infinity War and Endgame? You have the big guys go over the first time, and then you have the portals open. Here comes Cena. Here comes Stone Cold, and the big face gets the victory in the war against the Bloodline."
I
thought it sounded amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I hate to say it because the world knows I could watch Cena all day. I could watch Cena every day. But The Rock has been fantastic. He's been really great as a heel.
Yes.
And I'm going to catch heat for saying this, though. I still prefer the universe where The Rock is not involved in this because I think this was Cody and Roman's story. I think The Rock is pulling focus from this storyline. He's doing an amazing job, but it's not his story to do an amazing job in.
It's not. I mean, he's kind of proven this should have been The Rock versus Roman. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he's on fire right now. But if it was The Rock versus Roman, I don't think we would have got this level of The Rock.
No,
so I'm a little debating.
So I say all that to say that I don't want anybody else. The only people I could even I don't even want them involved in this match, but I would find acceptable: Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Sammy, maybe Kevin Owens, maybe. But like people who've been in the storyline, I just don't love the idea of other people jumping in because I think the story was fine the way it was.
I think, yeah, I can see that too. But man, if you tell me Cody's gonna be sitting in the middle like Captain America, basically saying "Avengers Assemble," I think that's a dope moment, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If it happens that way, if it happens that, I can't even say. I can't. To me, Cody winning, whoever, it's not even about Cody winning. So whoever beats Roman, they got to prove that they beat Roman definitively. Like, no, I don't know. If it happens, I'm not gonna hate it. It's the same thing with The Rock. I don't hate that he's in the storyline. I just think that if I could pick a universe to be in, it would be the one where it's just simple Rock. Roman. See, that's how much Rock is taking focus. Sometimes I forget that Roman is the main antagonist.
That's the thing. Roman doesn't even show up for work, bro. The Rock is doing the people's work. No pun intended.
He is, and the fact that we're talking like WrestleMania is this Saturday, right?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Okay, thank you. So it's crazy that like this is a great ass segment that I'm definitely gonna rewatch, but I feel like night 2 might as well be Cody versus The Rock now. Like I'm caring less and less for Cody versus Roman. Like Rock is still taking focus. Only difference is he's not taking it from Cody anymore. He's taking it from Roman.
Yeah. Never thought I'd see Roman take a back seat as a tribal chief, but we'll see. He was on Pat McAfee's podcast a few days ago. He pretty much said like he's still got another 10 years in him. He's looking to see what they can do, what they can conquer after that. So yeah, pop of the week. So this is the first entry. It was a long-winded first entry. This is the first entry. The next one is brought to you by the Just Us Leaguers, Eric and his wet boys.
We did not submit this. We did not submit this.
They submitted it. Hey, it's on the thing. They submitted this one. We see SpongeBob covered up. This is a live show for WWE that happened last weekend, and it's all over the internet. People going nuts. CM Punk referencing it on Raw. Shayna Baszler wanted to get part of the action, but Nia had no shut her down. Pop of the week. What is the most buzziest moment from professional wrestling last week? Do we have Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax, or are we going with The Rock and Cody?
I'm starting to realize something about you, Mac. You talk about my Just Us Leaguers and
I
how
slander them. I don't talk about them.
and how they have an appreciation for the opposite sex. But last episode I was on, Taylor Swift had 30 minutes of free airtime. Now this episode, Nia Jax is getting 20 minutes of free airtime because I know you got her for another thing coming up.
Do I? Do I put these shows together by myself, or is it a group effort? With all the influences from our subscribers, from the members of the panel. Shout out to the poppers. Also, let me know if my audio is still looking good or not. I gotta make sure my audio is good.
You actually just started popping right before you said that.
Oh my goodness! Let me know if my audio is good. Regarding Taylor Swift, she didn't get more shy than Mercedes Moné. Regarding Taylor Swift, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I get it. No bad blood. But her movie just dropped on Disney Plus. We gotta talk about it. She did numbers for the NFL. She can do numbers for us.
Hey man, listen, it's fine. You know, if you got them tickets, I'm not judging, man. You know, if I go into Disney Plus and I see it's watched, I ain't gonna judge.
Listen, it's there. It's right there on Disney Plus, man.
I guess my vote goes to Rock and Cody because that was a damn good ending.
I'm shocked.
I'm not voting. Maybe I'm jealous. Maybe that's why I'm not voting for the other one. Maybe I wish I was in that corner.
Well, Shayna Baszler wanted to be in that corner. Oh man. But what else we got going on here? So far, it's been a good episode of Dynamite. We have the best friends coming out with their new jackets, looking kind of nice. I think they're taking on the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. This is my only issue with this tournament. So you have the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
Your audio cut out for you there. You said right after Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
You lost me again?
You're going in and out. You're popping in and out.
Oh, man. This is not the popping I wanted to do. Can you hear me?
Faintly, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, with the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, I just don't want to see them get jobbed out week after week. We've already seen them lose like in a quick match a few weeks ago. So we're having this tournament. So for them to lose round one, I just feel like we're devaluing the Ring of Honor belts.
I mean, I get it. I completely get it. Going into this though, I've always TK's ROH to me is NXT to the main roster, so I'm not.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to convince me otherwise. It
yeah,
sucks because I want to watch Athena.
Yeah, for $9.99 a month with Mania next weekend. We also have Super Card of Honor in the same city taking on, and right now TK's been booking the women's division Ring of Honor to like perfection. We have so many different storylines going on. Lexi Nair with Athena and Billy Starks. Billy got a good win over Mercedes Martinez. She's going to be taking on Queen Aminata in the finals for the Ring of Honor TV Championship. And I was going to pose this question to Eric because we talked about it before we went live. Stardom finally making her debut over on AEW. It has to be Ring of Honor, but it's still the AEW umbrella with Mina Shirakawa. She's a type. If you don't know her, she's been wrestling in Stardom for a few years now. She started pretty much as like a ring type of girl for New Japan. She was kind of like in a Bullet Club a little bit. I think that was her. She was just kind of like just the girl, not really like any type of wrestler. Then she became a wrestler, and she's been killing it ever since on Stardom, like on fire. You know, you see the kicks, you see the hits, and when you watch Stardom, like these wrestlers, Joshi wrestlers, really like take it to another level. So she brought the debut, brought the thunder. And the energy, her entrance was amazing. Brought a lot of energy to that crowd who's been sitting for like hours. She took on Anna Jay in both their debuts in Ring of Honor and got the victory. So going forward, man, it looks like we're getting more Stardom in AEW.
That's cool. That's good. You said something interesting. You said TK is booking the Ring of Honor women's perfectly.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to know if TK is actually booking this. I need someone to come out and tell us who's booking or because I know.
It's got to be him.
That's a lot though. I know because we talked about this before. That's a whole lot, including the Jaguar stuff.
Yeah, and the soccer stuff.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be someone in there, even if he's like just the overseer who's like reading over. If he's vincing it, where he's like, I'll take a look at it and I'll change what I don't like. Fine, but I hope he's not just doing all this stuff like by himself because that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
But props, if you're talking, by the way, I can't hear you. But props to ROH, I guess. It sounds good, but I'm not sold. I'm not going to pay $9.99 for it. I don't remember where we put it on our streaming tier list, but go watch it and let me know, people.
check out the streaming tier list on the channel right now, live on the channel right now. But yeah, like you said, it's a lot right now. You're booking 2 hours of Dynamite every week, 2 hours of Collision, 1 hour of Rampage, then you have Honor Club to deal with, plus the pay-per-views, more pay-per-views happening this year. So definitely a lot to deal with. We'll see if he's getting help. I'm sure people are in his ear. What's his name? Will Washington. He actually pitched to TK the pairing of Stokely Hathaway with Chris and Willow, which I think has been working to a charm. So there are people there that I guess are helping him with certain things.
That is cool. That's a good pairing.
Yeah, it's been working like crazy, man. But yeah, Dynamite's on right now. Like I said, we have the Undisputed Kingdom taking on the Best Friends. Solid match so far. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Really appreciate you guys. Let's see. Val is in the chat. I would mind. Would one watch Rock and Cena? I don't want to see that again. Your boy, Mr. All Power. Eric knows who I'm voting for.
Flop. I know exactly.
Cody needs to win his first WWE Championship by himself. I don't want an overbooked. I can kind of see it. I can see it. It's kind of been overbooked to the. I mean, he should have won last year, but
yeah, he should have.
The Rock
also,
is a fine. You got it.
It's funny because we talked about how my least favorite WrestleMania, at least definitely my least favorite WrestleMania main event, is John Cena versus The Miz, because that whole thing was to set up the next year's match. Yeah. We pretty much had that. We were the match to set up this year's match, and once I realized that, I was infuriated. I hate that we were the setup match.
I hate that you're right, man. Because the way we left Mania should not be the way you leave Mania. You should be leaving happy, high-fiving a guy next to you, cheering.
Yeah.
We could have been fighting leaving Mania last week. Man, I was so pissed off.
Oh, man. Also, if you're talking again, your audio's gone. But I'm going to take this chance real quick. Promotion number 2. This is one that Mr. All Power, I know you're going to appreciate. Knock, I know you're going to appreciate this one the most, because I know you're a connoisseur of the internet. If you want to support the West Coast Popcast, if you want to really see us get wet, go over to OnlyFans.com. This is a real thing. OnlyFans.com. Look up Just Us League. We're on there, baby. It's the wettest page on OnlyFans. You can support us directly. I will be uploading stuff on there.
Oh my god.
OnlyFans.com. Just Us League.
I think it should go without saying, but your boy, the final boss, will not be taking part of this one. This is a not a joint venture. This is a single venture.
This is absolutely joint. You know how it's joint? I'm using the company email for this. Knock, Zach, they're both going to be getting emails from OnlyFans. Zach's going to open his computer. His wife is going to be over his shoulder.
Don't put that on the boy. Don't put that on the man.
She's going to say, Zach, why are you getting these from OnlyFans? And he can say, honey, it's for work. But that's what's happening. We're growing. So check us out on OnlyFans. Support your boys, because that's where you're going to see us at our wettest.
Oh, my gosh. Again, the views of Eric is not the full views of the whole
podcast. That's promotion number 2 for y'all.
And there's the third one?
There's a third one.
Oh my gosh. I'm running out. I'm running out, man. I had a long day. End the podcast now. I don't think I can make it to a third one.
Oh man, we're growing. We're everywhere.
I'm not gonna touch that one. Again, let me know how my audio is. I'm gonna keep it up there. I want to make sure my audio is not butchering, you guys' ears. But this will get fixed. I promise you guys.
Oh, Zach, what a time to jump in indeed.
Yeah, what a time, man. That private browsing. This is the influence of the Justice League, man. We have all these wet comments. I don't even know what it even means. I'm losing the meaning. I'm part of the podcast.
Doesn't know what it means. It means we keep evolving. Knock. There's remember, I don't even remember how it started. I was just trying to make a family, a group, and then I said, you know what? Let's make a company. And then they said, let's get wet and appreciate all that humanity has to offer, be it on certain sites. No, okay, this is something we need to talk about. This is something we need to talk about.
Perfect segue.
I've never ever approved this.
Flop of the week presented by Eric and the Justice League members.
Oh my god.
We have Nia Jax on another live show. Eric, these live shows are W getting kind of wild. These are the live shows we went to. But Nia Jax on the floor here, looking for a fan to feed her some food, some energy to keep her going in the match. This is flop of the week. I'm putting it as flop of the week.
No, I never approved this use.
I would not take no food from another person's hands. I don't. These wrestling fans are dirty. I don't know where this man's hands have been. I don't know where that. What was it? Popcorn, a chicken nugget? I don't know where it's been. So I don't approve of this. You know, a whole lot of germs being exchanged here. I'm not a fan. So when we do flop of the week each week, it's gonna have a different meaning. It could be a good flop. It could be a bad flop. Eric, since you're the flop guy over here, flop king, is this a good or bad flop?
I've never felt this disrespected. It's ever since TNA days. I've never.
What's this week? This episode, we haven't mentioned it.
Yeah, which is shocking because now that I like TNA, now that TNA is becoming okay, we don't talk about it. But Knock and Zach, they decide to take the catchphrase that I worked so hard to craft, that I brought to life, and I can't even. I love seeing flops in the chat, but I can't enjoy them right now because Zach and Knock are turning into something dirty, perverse.
Let us know in the chat. Is it a good or bad flop? Eric, man, you got to be the final judge of this, man.
It's. I hope she got food poisoning. I don't know what the guy gave her, but she knows what she was doing.
Oh man! And of course, right on cue, the best friends. They got to give the people what they want. Eric, keep on flopping. So we got the flops. We got the pops. Let us know what your pop and flop of the week is. Yeah. And then also, real quick, while we're getting into it, while we're speeding past this, before Eric quits the show. Disney dropped the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse short with Miles and his dad. 7-minute video. Really, really good, actually. You know, it's solid stuff. You're waiting for the next Spider-Man trilogy, last film to come out for the Spider-Verse. It was solid. It's a good watch. You know, it's not going to change anything. I'm pretty sure it happens before the events of the second movie. But it's still a good little insight to the relationship with his dad. And I think it's a little bit of foreshadowing for the third film.
I didn't realize it involved his dad. So when you said that, I was like, oh, okay, so he dies next movie, huh?
Listen, man, I wasn't going to say all that. I'm not going to spoil the thing for everybody. We don't know. We don't know yet.
Oh, man. I'm excited to watch it. That's cool. I'm glad that we're getting the third movie. I'm gonna be sad when it drops because I'm gonna be excited to watch it, but that's the end of that series. That's the end of this run, you know?
Yeah.
And what a run it's been.
It's been amazing. They've surprised me because I wasn't interested in the first one. I was like, Then I seen it and I was amazed. Actually, people at our previous job was saying like it was the best Spider-Man movie of all time. I was like, that's Cap. That has to be Cap. I watched it and I was delightfully surprised.
I legit kept our old job until that movie came out, so I could watch that movie. Like I was like, I'm gonna stay here at least till then, so I could be here for this movie come out.
Man. But yeah, so that's one thing right there, and then of course, let me see, Newbin Code jumping in. The image screams embarrassing for Nia Jax. How is Samoan gone from Wrecking Ball to this?
You know what's sad? I hate to defend Nia Jax at all, but she has been doing better.
She's been killing it. She's been on fire. So, hey, it's been great stuff. But that eating food from a fan like that, I could never.
Hey, we're talking about it.
Hey, we are. We're talking about that just as much as, Rhea doing her tribute to the Samoans as well.
Also, fun fact, all the perverse stuff this episode, that's all been Zach and Knock, but they just keep using the Just Us League to justify it. They over here, they're using us. They're worse than us, Mr. All Power.
That's all just. That's all you guys, Mr. All Power. I know Mr. What's his name? Johnny Bravo's not in here. Tsunami Bravo, whatever your name is.
Doesn't even remember the people who made him. His day ones.
Listen, Johnny Bravo, Tsunami Bravo, doesn't matter. Lakers in 5.
Oh God.
I love that little meme that goes around every now and then, by the way.
See that, yeah.
Let's see. Nubin Co, what's up, bro? So I heard the Goblin Queen is now on X-Men 97. To me, Goblin Queen should have been a good Spider-Man villain because she got the Goblin powers. I wonder if they ever meet in the comics. Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen, and Spider-Man Peter Parker. That'd be a good thing. Let me know when you see episode 3, Noob, if you enjoy it or not. Episode 4 and 5 is gonna be some really good stuff. I'm very excited. But me and Zach reviewed episode 3, X-Men 97, about an hour ago. Live on the channel right now. Check it out. Let us know your thoughts.
Yep.
And we gotta get our boy Eric to start catching up on it, man. It might surprise you.
All right. I mean, I've heard from a reliable source there's not enough Gambit in there, so I mean, I'm a little torn.
Gambit's got more than enough time in there. Just he's not using his time wisely. His time getting stolen by Magneto, if you will.
My God.
And then of course, finally, Jade Cargill has a home. She'll be debuting on SmackDown officially as a member of the roster this Friday coming up. I don't know if she's gonna be in action yet or she's gonna be like a promo, but hopefully we get some more stuff going on here. It's time to, let her loose. We've been holding her back a little too long here. Do you think there's enough time to get her ready for Mania?
No, I wouldn't rush that. I think there's already so much going on in Mania. Just work with what you got.
Yeah, I think if anything, again, like you said, unless they do like one of those battle royals, maybe she can win that real quick. Or I don't know if you want a squash match because you need to find some time. Having her on Mania should be a big deal. It should feel like she worked towards that. Just throwing in there for like a random match, I don't know how well that will do. I thought we were going to get her and Bianca teaming up for the tag team championships. That would have been cool. And of course, I think her entrance at Mania will be amazing one day. So I hope one day, whenever they save that, maybe next year, have her have that amazing entrance, have her amazing match as well. Right now, maybe just a run in at Mania, maybe help someone out.
I wouldn't hate her being the host, or at least a co-host with someone.
A host, that's actually a great idea too. Be a host or a co-host, introduce her that way, because I think she can hold her own talking. So that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
No, it's already been confirmed unless they added her on that 6-woman tag match at WrestleMania 40 against Damage Control. Okay. Mr. All Power, Young Bucks versus Best Friends, and then Zach jumping in. I have nothing to do with none of this dirtiness on the channel. Neither do I. That's why I have. Listen, the man who started OnlyFans for us is saying we're doing the dirty stuff. Come on, man, make it make sense.
First of all, I thought we were a team. I thought one of us acts, we all act. That's why I made it with our work email so that we could all be a part of this. I thought we were on the same wavelength here. I went to sleep and I had a dream that 3 of us became the top 1% on OnlyFans. I thought that's what was going to happen here, but apparently I'm finding out I'm a man alone on an island surrounded by wetness, and y'all are on our lifeboats rowing away from me, paddling away.
Yes, sir. I don't want no parts, man. No parts. But the first ad, Eric put the link in the chat. Definitely click on that. Use code FLOP.
Flop.
Yeah, we're coming to end here. So we did mention the Marvel Rivals game's coming out. Definitely keep an eye out for that. We mentioned Spider-Man short for some media going on here. There's the link once again. Eric put in there. We gotta mention TNA here. So I don't get this poll. Eric put this one out here again. He put, finish the sentence, what day TNA will be okay. He's on a campaign this year to make TNA okay. And I think we're doing just fine. So I'm
say you're doing okay.
we're doing just okay as of now. Hopefully we get hot again. But we got Dolph Ziggler, we got Mustafa Ali. They're going back to Las Vegas at the TNA Las Vegas Palms. I think the crowd size is 1,000. Right now we're at 300 tickets. We're getting closer there, man. Those shows in a few weeks. Buy those tickets, man. This is a free promotion right here. Buy those tickets. Run TNA up, man, because we need 3 promotions. Why settle for just 2 big promotions? You can have 3.
Terrible. They ain't paying us. That's why. My promotions have been, and also, Zach is the master daddy around here, so he can tell you as a great parent, you don't want to push your kid too hard. You don't want to push too far. You set realistic expectations, and that's what I'm doing for TNA. I'm trying to make them understand that, listen, you guys aren't ever going to be the gold medal. You're never going to be the silver medal. If you're lucky, maybe someone will trip and you'll get the bronze medal, but that's okay because you, as a product, are okay.
Oh, my gosh. But yeah, please watch TNA, man.
That's what's coming down to.
Let's keep it going. They stopped doing the contracts anymore. It's booked by appearance now. In case you want to get in, get out.
Love that. That's how you run an okay promotion. You tell people, I don't need your ass. I'll call you. Don't call me.
Oh man. So and once that happened, Matt Cardona showed up again with Stephanie Lander. So now they're cool to be in TNA again. Once it's not contracted, it's we can show up when we want.
Exactly. We're bringing in the okay talent too. Let me not say that because I don't want Mark. I love you, Matt Cardona. If you ever hear this, you are more than okay. You're a great guy. Oh man.
But right now, I think we're getting to the main event. We're getting to the main event with Mr. Who's House, Swerve Strickland, and Takeshita. I think this match is going to be amazing. We got about 20 minutes for this match. Eric, man, is it time to crown Swerve at AEW Dynasty?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the title. Joe's great, but it's Swerve's time. And also, I think this is the time to be experimental with the championship or to give it to someone. Because when Adam Cole is healthy, Adam Cole has to be lined up for the championship.
He definitely has, man, because he might have missed his window. Honestly, there's so much talent. So, it's been a shame to see Adam Cole fall down the rankings. I hope he can finally stay healthy when he comes back.
Yeah,
and get his faction on track.
Yeah, because there's definitely some storylines in the pipes that now is the time to give it to Swerve and let him cook.
Yeah. Also, I just realized Dynamite is coming to LA on my birthday. They're doing it just for me, buddy.
Hey, okay.
Appreciate that, man. Shout out to Tony Khan, man. Appreciate you booking Dynamite for my birthday. Shout out to the final boss. Shout out to everybody involved.
Oh, thank you.
I was talking about myself in third person. Last bit of news, real quick. Alex Coughlin, this dude was like a beast on the Indies in New Japan. He lifts he's probably the strongest guy. I think he's stronger than Claudio. He does so many crazy deadlift variations in the suplexes. He's part of Bullet Club War Dogs. He just retired. He had to retire very short. I think he's early 30s. I trained with him at New Japan when I went over there for their dojo. He was one of the young lions there with Shibata and Rocky Romero. So I got to connect with him a little bit because he's from New York as well. So we talked a little bit there. He showed me some roles and stuff. But it's a shame he had to retire early. I think they said he has some neck stuff going on. So he has his merch up. He's about to just officially jump ship from the internet. So buy his merch, help him out there along his retirement. Hopefully one day he can make a return.
Jeez. Yeah, that's a shame, man. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Props to him.
Yeah, shout out to Alex Coughlin, man. He was definitely a cool dude when I met him. And hopefully my audio is coming in clear for you guys. But we're pretty much wrapping up here. This is pretty much it for the podcast this week. We're going to be back next week, and then we're planning some live streams for WrestleMania, of course. So stick with your boys. Shout out to everyone getting us to 1 million views on the channel, man. Really appreciate that. 1 million views is a huge deal, and we couldn't have done it without you guys jumping in here, whether it was for Eric's Tic Tac trivia videos, some of those Fall Guys live streams. What else we did there? The tier list, of course. The champions videos, man. Really appreciate you. Of course, the podcast, of course. So everyone supporting us for 4 years, 1 million views, man. Can't say anything but good stuff about it. I think it's time for that final promotion, Eric.
All right. So it's actually funny you brought up the Fall Guys live streams. So third promotion, I I decided to splurge on myself. I took some of that embezzlement money, cough, from the CEO days, and I bought myself a supercomputer, a super gaming PC. I am loving this. This thing's fucking huge. It lights up. It's crazy. You know what's great about this computer, Knock? It's got RTX 4070. It's got all these specs.
Okay.
Oh, it stays cool. It doesn't overheat. No liquid cooling. Only fans. And with this computer, here's the promotion comes in. I can actually start streaming again. So keep an eye on the channel. Subscribe. That is a great way to help us out. Subscribe, and you'll see me streaming some more games. I'm thinking I might get 2K24 on PC just so I can stream it directly. I could do it on PS5, but PC life forever. And yeah, I'm hoping. I'm already starting to get my software back up for how we used to stream before, so we might see less of the duck every now and then, and you'll see our custom setup like we used to again.
Yeah, getting the custom setups. I'm actually playing with this StreamYard stuff, man. There's some cool stuff we can do here. I'm playing with it as well. I'm trying to play some new games as well, so we got a lot of stuff coming for you for the channel. And I'm gonna work on. First of all, I got a lot to work on. I got to get this mic right, and I will get this camera right, so the final boss will be on screen going forward with this podcast weekly.
I've been on screen this whole time.
not the wet final boss, the real final boss. So shout out to everybody. We really appreciate you guys, and we're gonna see you guys next week.
That's right. Remember, w.gg, subscribe, OnlyFans. It's a team effort.
And click that link in the chat, man. We'll put it in the description as well as the comments. Peace out, y'all. Flop. See you next week. Final boss, Infinity Champion. Peace out.
Stay wet.